Jesus freak here. Now, a couple days ago, uh, Hulk Hogan, the old wrestler, he made this post on Instagram, and I mean, I don't exactly agree 100% with what he said, but it's more how he said it, and I'd say 99%. The only thing I'd say differently than he did for what he said is he said God said such and such, and I'd probably change away and just say it's as if God said, because I don't like putting words in God's mouth, because we know we know what God said. It's right here. But I think there might be some validity here. And I mean, obviously, a lot of people are saying, he was insensitive about it, especially with his comment about vaccines. But I'm like, I think these people are not quite understanding his perspective. And I think when he said this, he was on the right track. He's like, you want to worship athletes or shut down the stadiums? You want to worship musicians or shut down the civic centers? You want to worship actors or shut down theaters? You want to worship money or shut down the economy and collapse the stock market? You don't want to go to church and worship me? I'll make it where you can't go to church. And I think when he says, oh, maybe we don't need a vaccine, maybe we need to take this time of isolation from the distractions of the world, have a personal revival where we focus on the only thing in the world that truly matters, Jesus. Everyone focuses on the fact that he said maybe we don't need a vaccine. And I think, that's, they're focusing on the wrong part of what he said. A vaccine will help us. And I'm not going to say, oh, there's people going out and saying, oh, the coronavirus vaccine is going to be 666. Like, you guys are paranoid. But he's right that we need to put our focus back in the right place. When I said we needed something to shock us out of 75 years of complacency and knock us on our knees, was I really saying anything different than Hulk Hogan said? And when I said that, I meant it. I still mean it. It might be a temporary, you know, hardship that we're dealing with. And a lot of people called him out for using that verse out of Second Chronicles, because everyone's always uses that verse, and they're always using it out of context. But he showed a picture of a Bible. Actually, I think it was a TEV actually, although apparently the citation of it in the Instagram post was actually the King James and only had part of the verse. But the fact that he had the highlighted verse before it showing that he was aware of the context, and he was actually using the verse in its context, which is a lot more than a lot of people using that verse. And of course, it's Second Chronicles 7:14, and he had the Bible had verses 13 and 14 and highlighted. And I used the exact wording to find out it was the TEV, the Good News Bible, because it was a rather strange word choice that it used, because it used the word epidemic instead of pestilence. And, this is the citation he had. If I shut up heaven that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. And I mean, yeah, a lot of people abuse that citation, but I think it's clear that Hulk Hogan wasn't abusing it. He was using it in its context. I think that's the first time I've actually seen someone use it and not blow it completely out of its context. So, yeah, I'm generally in agreement with what he said. And I stand by what I said, that basically was the same message. Jesus freaked out.